Good evening, and welcome to another slapdash version of Diatribes from the Voice of Doom. Now here's your slipshod and slovenly host, Voice of Doom. Hello. Alright, I'm back. It's 7 days before this so-called election, so I figured I better do a diatribe commemorating the next 7 days of campaigning by the various candidates. Now I have a lot of little comments, and most of them aren't planned. It's just off the top of my head, which I'm better at than anybody on this internet, because I see a lot of stuff on the internet and they have to kind of have their notes, but I just reel it off because I'm a brilliant person and I'm half crocked. So let's talk about stuff. My son Benjamin came home today from Fort Bliss, and he's on a 4-day leave, and we are going to try to do as much as we can over the next few days, and he wants to see his friends and his girlfriend and everyone else, so I don't expect to be the center of his attention, but at least he's home, and there's another person in the house, so I don't have to be scared. But I want to talk about these candidates a bit. First of all, Orangey. Okay. If only he had taken me on as an advisor years ago, things could have been a little differently than what has happened in the last few days. When you get a major event, you don't throw it away. You plan it down to the last detail. I know everything about that. I've been in bands, I put on shows, I put on productions, and you don't leave anything to chance. Now, I know Orangey works hard, and I know that his schedule is such that no one else could actually do it. No one else on this planet could keep up with the schedule of Orangey, because apparently he's a dynamo that just won't sleep, and he will do anything that will get him ahead. He'll do a 3-hour podcast with Rogan and do well and reach 10 million people. Even if YouTube, doesn't put it on their roster of things to watch, he'll still get his word out with Rogan. And I watched about half of it, and I'll probably watch the rest of it, but I know what's going on. He's conversational. He can talk about a lot of things. But this MSG thing, I'm sorry. I know. I was talking to some goppers today who are dyed-in-the-wool goppers who bleed red. And I was saying how he kind of missed the mark on MSG, because he had a lot of bombastic people saying bombastic things which goppers cannot get away with. D's can say whatever the hell they want. Hitler, Himmler, Goebbels, Goering, all of them. Dr. Mengele. They can say whatever they want and get away with it because we know the media's on their side, so they can say whatever. Goppers, no. You better watch your P's and Q's. You don't have people coming up. It's all in fun. Comedy's comedy. It's dead, but it's, people still try. When you make a joke about the island of garbage is out there and it's called Puerto Rico, whatever. Even though it's an innocent joke and it's actually a social commentary on a true statement, on a social ill that should be dealt with. The whole Caribbean's a frickin' mess. But to make a joke about it is to disparage so many people. So that was it. MSG was nothing but, this guy said something bad about Puerto Ricans. Watch West Side Story. He says things bad about Puerto Ricans. That was a classic musical. But never mind that, that's in the past. Leonard Bernstein, even though he was gay, would be pilloried and hung for West Side Story. But I'm getting off on a tangent. It's just, if I was his advisor and it was 1 week before the election and he was going to be at Madison Square Garden with 20,000 or 30,000 people, I would say make it as sentimental and family-oriented as possible. Get Gold Star mothers, get Gold Star fathers, get mothers who lost their daughters to murderers to speak. Get kids to, get anything. But don't get these bombastic white idiots. Yeah, he's the devil, she's the devil, yeah, she's the Antichrist, whatever. It was a stupid thing to do. He won't listen to me, he never will. But I could have done better. I really could have, and I know it for a fact, so don't even argue. Now, let's talk about Gargoyle, who's floundering, but she's still in the race. It's not a runaway by anybody, which is beyond me. But the opposition says the same exact thing. How could anybody? I can't believe it's close. How could all these devils and Nazis and fascists and whatever vote for this guy? Okay. Gargoyle. First thing that really irked me was when she said, I don't come to you as a candidate, I come to you as a mother. I've already explained to you that she's not a mother. She's a stepmother of 2 kids that were already basically grown up by the time she even married this Rock'em Sock'em robot guy. That's a failure. And if he was on the our side, he would be pilloried and he would be lambasted and tied at the stake and keelhauled. But since he's a D, it's okay to beat women. It's okay to impregnate nannies and have their fetus aborted. That's all good. If you're a D. If you're an R or a gopper, no. You are the worst of the worst. But this mother thing really bugged me because she's not a mother. She's a mother. M-U-T-H-A-A. But she's not a mother. Now, I was going to add some stuff to the last diatribe I did. And I forgot to put it in. But now, you have 2 stepkids. One is 25 and is a fashion designer and model. And the other is in the Hollywood production sector, where he is an associate producer of various movies. Now, it stands to reason that if you were one of those companies that these kids work for, you would very much like for them to be out in the limelight talking about how great their stepmother is. Because it gives, it gives publicity to their companies. Give me a break. Cole Emhoff, production assistant or whatever, associate producer. And he goes out on the trail and starts campaigning for Gargoyle. Whether she's good or bad, they still go, who is this guy? Oh, he works for this company and they make these movies. Who is this girl, Emma? She works for a designer place. We're gonna, we're gonna look more carefully into what they do and what they have to proffer. So these companies are going to be saying, yeah, get out there. Because what you do, whether you like it or not, is going to help us. And it's going to help you in your job. But do they go out there and make speeches? No, they do not. More evidence that they don't like Gargoyle. I bet you dimes to donuts that they don't like her. But we'll leave that there. Think about it, though. Now, Gargoyle. Okay. Orangey's a Nazi. Orangey's a fascist. Orangey is going to go after his enemies, which I hope he does. They don't know how many people in this country would love to see Adam Schiff hung, to see Pelosi by her heels upside down in the town square. We'd love to see it. He's not going to do it, but we'd love to see it. Now, how many times in the last week or 3 or 4 has she said, oh, Orangey has said that he is going to get rid of the Constitution? I never heard him say that once. I defy you to find any footage on YouTube or X or Y or Z Orangey saying, when I become president, I will get rid of the Constitution. He never said it, and he never will. Now, the Constitution has its faults, but Orangey's not going to get rid of it. Now, he's going to be a dictator on day one. When is Orangey going to learn? Don't joke around. If you're a gopper, there's no jokes allowed. Never. Don't ever do it. I don't know why he can't get it together. Yes, if I am elected, I will be a dictator for one day. I will close the border, and I will open up drilling, and I will drill baby drill. They don't listen to that. They say, I will be a dictator. End. Cut off the edit. I'm tired of this planet. I'm tired of you people. This planet is just lousy. It's infested with idiocy. Why can't you see it? I don't care about Fox, and I don't care about all these other news outlets, because they don't tell it like it is. That Gargoyle lies her frickin' ass off. She's not a mother. Orangey is not going to throw away the Constitution. He's not going to be a dictator. And Gargoyle's not going to solve a thing. She doesn't have the brain capacity or the political acumen to solve anything. All she's going to do is continue the wonderful reign of Petri dish, which means this entire planet will be an asteroid belt within 3 years. No human life, nothing but rocks. The third planet from the sun is nothing but an asteroid belt. So, I didn't say a whole hell of a lot. I'm just going to get that off my chest because I'm a little bit PO'd about the whole thing. And I will say this, that no matter what happens, it's going to be fun to watch, but I would love to see Orangey win, because I want to see all those lib, Bolkster idiots turn turtle on a dime and start ranting and raving and rioting and storming the Capitol. I'd love to see it because they're so high and mighty, talking about the insurrection. So ridiculous. 7 more days. I'm going to rant and rant. I'm going to try to do one every day. I'm going to get more mad every day until the election. And depending on who wins, I'm really going to let loose. One way or the other. It doesn't matter because we know what's going to happen. So, that's that. I didn't say a whole hell of a lot, but I think you got the gist of my tenor. See you later. Bye.